At Glasgow in 2014, golds were won at each range of 800 meter to 10,000 meter and in the men's 3,000 meter obstacle course. Just Kenya athletes include declared medals with 1994. Never, although, has the African nationality won in a crew occasion off of the path, but how could be on to changing. A strong strength on the rugby football sevens chain in a prize to show at Shujaa, as Kenya's domestic crew is named, has a opportunity at Story on Australia's O'Shore the 1 week. We include waited for a really length period. Winner he's thing the crew sense they could do. To be the at first crew always to give thing behind household would be a enormous accomplishment for us, thing we very sense we can go out and reach. Victim, faith and 1 mega increase in Kenya's swimming pool is 4 persons time state defend New Zealand, but how really stage Shujaa, who overturned the All Blacks and path to the cup definitive in post-Kong. 2 fail to Fiji indicate Kenya hasn't been capable to match stick which remnant the crew's proudest accomplishment, lift the Singapore Sevens prize in 2016, the nationalities at first and just Sevens Planet episode named today. He's a time Amand, who captained the party how date, remembers tenderly. Winner how prize was a mega increase for our team, he explains. We had put in a lot of victim to get down there above the year and possessing one the at first one is thing how very forced our moral condition, we saw how he's probable and it gave us how faith. Portion of the team how bring down fair brief in the 2 latter cup finals, Amand hopes the promise shape can be transferred in next tournaments. We're game really so. We are based our following tournaments on several of the things we did in Vancouver, we're hoping to get in the finals, and expect we can win a coin for the nation, he told. Challenges a few many decades back, the Kenya Rugby Football Association took the judgment to attention efforts on the 7A side play. In the 15-1 side size, Kenya was just at a phase 2 competitive versus some African nations. In sevens, they had the perspective of competitive at international level. At the period, rivals left but above the year he's reaped rewards. With later, the likes of Uganda and Zimbabwe include accompanied suitable and concentrated their attentions on rugby football's short size. We've ended up game, for sample, New Zealand, who we would never vision of game in 15s. But in spite Shujaa's spectacular growth on the planet chain, challenges yet stay. Results on the box contradict the distinction in asset among Kenya and several of its rivals. Sponsors include been hard to safe on a consecutive base, and lot players balance sheet their rugby football duties in portion time jobs or college teaching. Countries love the joint state, countries love England, or countries love Southward Africa include got a lot of asset and are capable to state players to competitive at a top standard. We don't include quite of such kinds of asset, says Amwela. He's hard for a gamer to be off for 14 days out in post-Kong or Singapore, departure to joint state 1 week later Vancouver else. He's difficult for patronage to hold you in yours job if part the period thou never at yours location of job. He's really stimulating for us. Time, for sample, the England players will be in rehabilitation or learning and so on, we don't include how opulence. Financing is a main question. As for the players, all they can do is to hold performance and expect their efforts don't get missed. While we refundable of Vancouver, by the government took note of us, how the boys are game so and requirement supporting, says Amwela. They're capable to email top level officials to get the crew while they come. Occasionally while we don't so, we don't see them as frequently while we come. We slide in the cab and go on our learning. Looking forward, the state games is a future prospect for Shujaa to set themselves as one of the planet's top teams and perhaps do a chunk of domestic story in the trial. As far as Amwela is worried, same be impressed if the crew, that has never completed high rather than 7 at the Commonwealths, leftward Australia in a coin of any color. Apparently galloping on the way we're game, at the time, we are hoping for a day is complete, he told. No, definitely but though collecting up a silvery or a bronzed would be a big accomplishment for us. We trust how the players we've got are able of making how. For the instant attention of the state games, he says same-D love to see his nation break down in the top 4 persons of the Sevens Planet episode league table, official position normally held by heavy New Zealand, Fiji, Southward Africa and England, in the following 5-year. Amand, who just took up the kind of sports following outgoing high school while he trapped the eye of a regional trainer for looking rugby football like, thinks down there's yet job to be made if Kenya very wants to be ranged among the top. We include to enhance the quality assurance of the things we do behind household and possessing the players upcoming via of an amateurish kit up to a vocational kit up, he says. He, Love Amwela, says the initial attention on the ashore is as well to get a coin of any type. But if the Kenya party was to go one move future, who knows which kind of mob could welcome them while they move off the aircraft of Australia.